In the early days of Christianity, the term Christ held profound significance. It referred to a continuous kingdom, in other words, the universal presence of God in all things. Friends, I am not trying to be clever here, hear me out, because over time this understanding has narrowed to an exclusive focus on the historical figure of Jesus of Nazareth, almost detached from everything else. Welcome to the Sebcast, where we turn our beloved stories on their heads, examining what history might have overlooked and discovering anew, all while growing together. This narrowing has had far-reaching consequences, not only for theology, but for how we live, love, and coexist. When we limit the concept of Christ to just Jesus of Nazareth, we lose sight of God's presence in all of creation. We begin to see God as absent in nature, in other cultures, in people who think differently from me, and perhaps even absent in my day-to-day life. This limited vision has led to exclusivity, colonialism, and the exploitation of the earth. It has enormous consequences if we serve a limited Christ. By limiting Christ, we have created a world where some people are considered inside and others are considered outside. We have seen the earth as a resource to be used rather than a sacred space to be honored. We have waged war in the name of a God we did not fully understand. So there must be a rediscovery of the universal Christ and his kingdom. We have the privilege of embracing this story anew and retelling it, because there is another way. When we perceive Christ as the presence of God in everything and everyone, we begin to approach the world differently. We see God in the face of the stranger, in the beauty of nature, in the silence of our hearts. This vision invites us to a life of compassion, justice, and connection. So it requires a new way of seeing. The invitation is to open our eyes, to see Christ everywhere. Not just in sacred times, but in the everyday, in the ordinary, in the other. Because when we see Christ everywhere, we begin to live differently. We begin to love without boundaries, serve without reservation, and live with a deep respect for all that is. What if our greatest risk was not what we did, but what we did not see? Until tomorrow, take care.